Hello, I'm Dr. Jonathan Ames. I'm a clinical psychologist licensed in New York in the US and registered with Clinical Scope in New Zealand. Thank you for joining me on this website, the digital home of my practice. I'd like to read something I've written about online therapy and life coaching. Here I go. The online sessions I provide are basically a secure form of Skype or FaceTime, with additional opportunities to supplement sessions with secure email as well as phone and messaging. Appointments are made online as well. There's even a waiting room in my online office. If you have a fairly recent computer with a camera, it's quite possible to experience life coaching or psychotherapy without having to leave home or work. There are a few challenges. For one thing, privacy and confidentiality become shared responsibilities. For example, in case your privacy is interrupted by someone whom you don't want hearing our conversation, we might have a code word to let me know. Say, orange car, used in a sentence. We would then hold until your privacy is restored or plan to resume later on. Also, technology is not quite yet at the beam me up, Scotty stage. Crashes and glitches sometimes occur. Again, we plan ahead. After all, sometimes office visits are canceled by the weather. During the past decade, online therapy and coaching have been the subject of intense clinical interest and scrutiny. Increasingly, providers and clients are taking advantage of its obvious convenience, while also exploring the creative options and alternatives it offers. More importantly, in repeated comparisons and studies, online therapy and coaching have proven to be at least as effective as the face-to-face options they supplement or replace. While the sense of being together differs from being physically in the same room looking at each other, an internet connection serves quite well in providing a protected area where we may interact in a manner which allows for safety, reflective depth, and companionship. If we were engaged in a video conference session right now, I would appear much as you see me here, and we would be talking and listening in real time. Hopefully you would be doing some of the talking. Following our video session, we might exchange emails to share our impression of what came up and where to go from here. We might also exchange pictures, drawings, or music to further our communication. These possibilities especially enrich work with younger people. Email offers important benefits as well. People often find that they actually communicate at a deeper and more thoughtful level when they can reflect outside on their own, choosing their words more deliberately, expressively, and carefully. Literature is full of remarkable, beautiful, and life-enhancing correspondences. The use of email in therapy allows for a reflective dimension which itself contributes to clear and precise thinking and communicating. Online media are most frequently used in the more direct cognitive, behavioral, or mindfulness-based forms of psychotherapy, which is basically what I do. As for life coaching sessions, the telephone has already played a major role in expanding clinically supportive relationships beyond the tasks involved in curing mental illness per se, and video conferencing only enhances this process. Given the amount of time people spend with digital screens at this point in human history, online therapy offers an increasingly relevant tool for personal growth. It just makes sense. More time is directed to the work rather than to transportation, arranging sitters or time off, or being late because of traffic. While it is not for everyone, people experience very positive, definite results using this technology as therapy and life coaching, its offspring, become more accessible, affordable, practical, and supported by evidence of its effectiveness. I should also state that there are some situations where face-to-face meetings are indeed required. These include contemplation of suicide or violence, or the need for diagnosis for immediate medication. Also, there are some people who find technology intimidating, although this itself can become a focus of the work. However, if we sense at any point that face-to-face meetings would better serve your needs, I will be more than glad to assist you in finding a suitable provider in your area. Still, for people who have some sort of idea, concern, dream, or goal which they would like assistance with in bringing to life, online forms of therapy or coaching seem to work as well as do office visits at considerably less cost and inconvenience. Much of the research I'm citing can be found on the website of the International Society for Mental Health online. A link is on the links page of this website. When you've had a look at my site, please feel free to contact me with any questions. I offer an initial interview appointment at no charge for someone considering therapy or life coaching, to provide a sense of who I am and how I work, to get a sense of who you are and what you wish to accomplish. During our introductory session, we consider how we might apply the alternative online media to your purposes. This session will provide both of us with a clear sense of whether and how we might proceed to work together. I've included an informed consent document which you should email back to me before we start. My rates and insurance policy are also on this website. As indicated, I offer some discounts for advanced bookings as a matter of convenience. While we obviously won't extend our work beyond the goals that you've established, therapy and coaching usually work best when regularly scheduled, so that a sort of rhythm is established. Also, such scheduling enables consideration of expected results and timeframes. Finally, a word to my fellow clinicians. I have considerable experience providing, as well as receiving, clinical supervision, and have found video conferencing to be really useful for maximizing collaboration while managing time needed for client availability, as well as for having a life of your own. Regarding confidentiality and security, again, I utilize a secure video conference provider with whom I have a contractual basis agreement requiring complete confidentiality. While Skype provides video conferencing, Microsoft does not commit to confidentiality with therapists or healthcare providers in an explicit agreement. Therefore, I use a dedicated healthcare compliant source for secure video conferencing technology. Also, any email we conduct is encrypted end to end. So, have a look around, and please feel free to call or email me with any questions or to schedule an initial introductory session. Once again, thank you very much for taking a look at this material. And if you find yourself interested or even curious, I look forward to hearing from you.